On Valentine's Day, we all run around cutting out paper hearts, giving people chocolates and sweet-smelling flowers. But why do we all do this? Who was Saint Valentine anyway? It's always a good idea to tell people we love them. But what does Saint Valentine have to do with it? It's a long story.
Saint Valentine lived in Rome a long time ago, about 200 years after Jesus. The emperor in that time was a tough old soldier who wanted more soldiers to ride off to war. And he had the idea that if soldiers were married, they would not want to go off to war. They would want to stay home. So the emperor outlawed marriage.
Valentine was a priest who decided to marry young couples in secret. Many young people came to him and got married secretly. The young couples were happy about this. They loved the priest who helped them. Valentine did this for a long time, but finally, he was betrayed for breaking the emperor's law. He was marched off to jail and condemned to death.
But Valentine wasn't sad in prison. He stayed cheerful because the young people wrote him letters of love and threw flowers in his window. Was this the beginning of Valentine's? Nobody knows for sure, but it's good to remember that Valentine had so much love that he laid down his life for his friends. And it's always a good idea to tell people we love them.
Now, the jailer had a daughter who was blind. She would bring Valentine food to eat, and he healed her blindness. Suddenly, she could see everything. Valentine wrote the little girl a note the night before he was killed and sent it, "From your Valentine." She could read it with her own eyes. Was this the beginning of Valentine's? Nobody knows for sure, but it's always a good idea to tell people we love them.
There was a carnival with games and dancing that day that Valentine was killed. Young men drew their names of their dancing partners. Later, when the Romans became Christian, they continued the parties and dancing. They honored Valentine, the patron of sweethearts. Was this the beginning of Valentine? Nobody knows for sure, but it's always a good idea to tell people we love them. Not just sweethearts, but friends and family too.